All right, so section 4.5, we're still dealing with multiplication. They call these special cases. I guess they are special cases, but the point here, we're going to do the process exactly the same way, okay? So I don't want you to get too bogged down with that, but let's go ahead and do what we were doing in 4.4. So look, we're going to multiply. X times x, we already know is x squared. X times negative 3 is a negative 3x. 3 times x is a 3x. 3 times negative 3 is a negative 9. Okay. We're going to combine like terms like we normally been doing. I want you to notice those two middle terms though. One's a negative 3x, one's a positive 3x. They will cancel out, right? So we just end up with x squared minus 9. Okay, that's sort of the special case that the middle terms are more than likely going to cancel out if we end up with something like this. But I don't want you to get so bogged down with that. I want you to understand the process and how I'm doing these, right? So let's try the next one. We'll go about it the same way. So 6x times 6x is a 36x squared. 6 times 5 is 30x. Negative 5 times 6 is a negative 30x. And negative 5 times positive 5 is a negative 25. Okay. So guys, again, these 30x's will cancel. And we'll end up with a 36x squared minus 25, right? Again, the process is still the same, right? That's the important part. Alrighty. So let's try the next one here. So again, let's go 5 times 5 is going to give me 25 with an x squared. Okay. 5 times 3 will give me a positive 15 x and y. Negative 3y times 5x will give me a negative 15 x and y. And negative 3y and a positive 3y will give me a negative 9 and a y squared. Okay. So our 15xy's will cancel, but we'll end up with a 25x squared and a minus 9y squared, right? Okay. Alrighty. Let's try this next one here. So 6a times 6a is a 36 with an a squared. 6 times a negative 5b would be a negative 30ab. Okay. 5b times 6a would be a positive 30ab. 5b times negative 5b would be a negative 25b squared. Okay. Again, the 30ab's will cancel. So we'll end up with 36a squared minus 25b squared, right? There we go. All right. In the next few problems that we have here, guys, I want you to notice, remember what it means to square something. It just means that I'm going to write it down twice. Okay. So let's do that. 3x times 3x, 9x squared. 3x times a negative 1 is a negative 3x. Negative 1 times 3x is another negative 3x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1, right? Guys, notice these do not cancel. They just add up to a negative 6x plus 1, okay? Same thing here. 8x minus 3, so I'm going to write it twice. 8x minus 3 and another 8x minus 3. So that'll give me 64x squared minus a 24x minus another 24x and a plus 9, right? So again, look what we have here, 64x squared. Again, guys, these were not going to cancel because they're both negative. If I owed you 24 and I borrowed another 24, now I owe you a total of 48 plus 9, right? Okay. So let's go on to the next one. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see, 3x plus 5 squared. Again, I'm going to write it twice. 3x plus 5y and another 3x plus 5y. Okay. Alright. So when we multiply, 3x times 3x is a 9x squared. 3x times 5y would be a 15xy. 5y times 3x is another 15xy. 5y times another 5y would be a 25y squared. Again, these two, we can combine them in the middle to give us a 9x squared plus a 30xy plus a 25y squared, right? Okay. All right. So let's try the next two here. Again, I'm going to go one step at a time. 1, 2, right? So x squared times x is x to the third. X squared times 3 is a negative 3x squared. Okay. We've already used that one. We don't need any more. Let's take the negative x. 1, 2. Negative x times another x is a negative x squared. Negative x times a negative 3 is a positive 3x. Okay, we've used that one. And the last one, 5 times x is a 5x. 5 times negative 3 is a negative 15. Okay. Guys, if we did this right, and I believe we did, it's going to be easy to combine our like terms. So let's take a look here. X to the third. Negative 3x squared minus another x squared would be a negative 4x squared. Plus 3x and plus 5x would be a plus 8x. And then minus our 15, right? Okay, good. Let's try the last one. Again, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. Excuse me. 2x times x to the third would be a 2x to the fourth. Plus 2 times 3 would be a 6x to the third. 2x times negative x would be a negative 2x squared. And 2x times 4 would be a plus 8x. Okay. Now look at this number. We're multiplying by 1. So we're multiplying by 1. Everything is going to stay the same. We'll still have a positive x to the third. Still have a positive 3x squared. A minus 1x and a plus 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and combine our like terms. So this is the 2x to the fourth. Let's write that one down. Let's see. Here's a 6x to the third, and another x to the third would be a 7x to the third. A minus 2x squared and a plus 3x squared would be a plus 1x squared, or just x squared. Okay. A plus 8x and a minus 1x would be a plus 7x. And finally, we have the plus 4. That is section 4.5. Again, it's called special products, but I want you to understand we're really just using the distributive property here and doing these problems, right? Okie dokie. Hope it makes sense.